Well, uh, let's start. Hello, guys. I'm Regno, and today I'm going to do um, a quick VFX breakdown, or more than quick, it will be deep because I'm going to show you in Blender how I did the composition of my last meme slash edit slash video, wherever you can call it. Okay, this is the viewport. There are so many elements here, like 5 planes, but they're not simple planes. Those are clouds. Why clouds? I mean, if you watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, when Adam Warlock fly through the galaxy, through space, wherever, you can see like nebulas in the background. The only idea I have to emulate this, instead do it procedural or other way, was made with clouds. Change the color, change the hue, the tone, the saturation, the brightness, contrast, whatever. For example, one of these. For example, this cloud. Let me mark this. This cloud has not the hue node, but one of the this one has a hue saturation value with the another node we choose right and contrast, because if I choose this, for example, you see, this is the same cloud, it's the same PNG, but if I use the nodes, I can make it more wide. I have not to change. I mean, the other how can I say? The other way to do this is choose the cloud, import to Photoshop, change there, and import it again in Blender. But it's it's a pain in the ass. So the easy way is use the hue saturation blue with another more nodes. I mean, there's infinite nodes for bright contrast, scan, hue saturation blue, amber, light, love, mixed color, RGB curves. There's so many nodes to change an image to with or without alpha channel to make it that your preference or your needs, which is the same with the other clouds. I mean, those clouds are the same PNG, as you can see. Changing the bright and the contrast helps to made it less perception. I mean, make it more more. I did this to blur in the background, um, like reduce the opacity. I don't know. I explain myself, but it's it's a silly thing. I mean, well, the same is, well, this cloud specifically, I have was white. I mean, it's white. The PNG I download is white, like this, which is the same, like this, which is the same. Those clouds are the same, and this is how I made it. Like a composition After Effects, Nuke, etc. The point is make the composition Blender instead of making After Effects or I don't know Nuke, is because the lighting affects directly in the clouds. Okay, those clouds are not volumetric, are PNGs, are flat planes, are they are not volume, so the light doesn't affect the same way, but at least emulate, and it's a, for me, at least is a fast way and fast method to do it, and instead create procedural clouds. And when I will learn Houdini, probably or not, can import or can make it in Blender, but for now it's an easy way and quick way. So what about lights? Yeah, well, I can explain one thing. It's about this sphere, and I think this light too. Yeah, this light and this sphere at the end. Well, in the video, in the /edit/meme, whatever you call it, I'm not sure. I don't end it because I was not convinced to look right. Let's see it. This is the final render. Let's put it in the last frame, which is 300. Right. Without the sphere, without the, I don't know, the ignition flame from the jetpack from Lightyear, it would be like this, but with it, it looked like this. I use gradient method, gradient emission method. I watch on YouTube because it's what I want, a sphere with emission, with a gradient, which is not the specific result I want, because it's not it has not a distortion or noise in the in the edge of the flame. It's like it's a sphere. It's sphere with the with the IX scaled. It's more than that. So I was not very convinced with this. So I hide. Probably if I knew how to do it, probably I would add it to the render, because if you see it has more impact, like the power, cosmic powers of Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy. But I don't like it how it look. So it was I hate. Well, saying this, let's continue. How the lights affect directly through the clouds. It's very easy. The lights affect everything. All the meshes. The lights affect all the meshes. Because I don't wanna waste so many time in this meme. I was choosing what's render engine use, which is Eevee. Sorry. Or Cycles. Cycle is more accurate, and probably the best option if you want a more realistic look, because the light adds like the real light. I mean, you can change some aspects from the light and some options, features, but at the end, the light in Cycles, the light adds like a natural light. It's not like Eevee. You can change so many features. Instead Cycles, you have a limited options. So because I wanna change almost everything in the light. I wanna the perfect set environment. I mean, like the Adam Warlock scene from Guardians of the Galaxy, which I finally did, is using Eevee, which is incredible. Even is it's not how say it, which even Eevee is a render engine which is not the pure realism, or is not very realistic. It gave you so many options that you create the a realistic environment. I don't know how you call it. Let me search. Call it unsubscribe. Let me see. Kaizen tutorials, which is a blended YouTuber. He has a video which explains how to make a realistic environment or render with Eevee. I don't know how you spell, using cube map reflection and the other, which is is reflection cube map and reflection plane. Sorry, reflection cube map and elevation plane. But for me, I don't need it, or at least I think I don't need it. Well, by the way, I have in the background music from the Disney World Toy Story. Using Buzz Lightyear. Well, if you can the other factor or the other point, because I use Eevee, it's because there are 300 frames. Right, if my graphic card and my GPU is a 950, sorry, it's a 950 or a 950. Sorry, again, it's a 950 GTX or a 950 GTX. It's a low GPU, which for me is a miracle to render sometimes in cycles. Even let the default settings, so sometimes it's like, wow, it render. Maybe I can optimize more. I have to watch. I had to check it out to optimize more. But even my GPU can render in cycles and in average speed with average speed ratio my patience, there are 300 frames. There's so many frames, too many frames. You have to wait, so I have to choose if I don't complain. For me, the final result is awesome. Probably it's not perfect, but it's almost perfect. And probably John Carrey and Tortilla Delta 13, they will do better than me, or half idea better than mine, or make it other way. But this is my this is how I made it. So this is how it look. Why is probably too novice, but why one cloud and or half of the cloud is green and other half of the cloud is red? I mean, if you watch Toy Story, you will know that Buzz Lightyear have it's like plane. I mean, or if you have a drone, you know each wing has a different color, which is very simple to do it. I mean, even the model, which I have to texture again, has a mission which I'm gonna show you here. Yeah, it's let's see. Don't be afraid. It's I put in edit mode, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's apart from the. It's separate from the for the body. Well, if you can see the LED from the toy from Buzz Lightyear, I create a material apart, which is the color of texture, and I put emission by 50 of emission strength, which for me is not enough. Which I made the same for the green LED or the green light from the other wing, which is an other material, which is this. If I select, and you can see is the mesh is like a center. Made this for me. It's not the strength. Even I can increase the emission strength for I was not seeing the strength enough in the clouds, the influence, the light in the clouds. So I use this way. I create light, which is here. I create a light, which a red, a red kind of less saturated, and with less power than the Meteor, which I did the same with the other wing. And I don't know if you know how to do this, but it's very simple. How attach the lights to the mesh or the armature. What I mean, you cannot attach. You cannot attach a light or whatever, even a camera, to a mesh without a null, armature or whatever. You have to parent. I mean, the null. I didn't think in After Effects which there are nulls, but in Blender are empty. The empties, which you can see here, empties, plain axis, arrow, single arrow, circle, cube, sphere, cone, image. At the end, they are the same. There are empties. The only difference is the shape. Okay. Once say this, I have armature, which it comes from. We came from with the model. I repeat, I have to retexture entirely, because the green, the night, how we call it? The fluorescent light from Lightyear, I made myself, which is very simple. I mean, if you know a little about Blender, you can do it. Okay, I'm gonna show you, which is yeah, here. Okay, if you select, the only parts which the material affects to the mesh are the green parts, which are not all the green parts. There are almost all the green parts. Why I said this? Because if you look, which is very hard to find some pictures when Lightyear was is in this kind of night mode, you can see is not all the green parts. For example, the green line in the wings are not affected with this light, this fluorescent light material. Are the even the I don't know how to call it, the upper mark in the palm are not affected too. So the parts affected are the chest, wings, lying almost in the beginning of the which upper arm, maybe in the beginning of upper arm, the hip, and and the boots, in the boots, and that's all. Well, as I said, in this part, which it has sense because when Buzz hide the wings, there are the only parts that are outside the jetpack. Okay, saying this, I need to explain how to do it. Simple. The material, which is the old texture, but because I choose only the parts I want, connected to emission, color strange. Emission strange strength 5. That's all. That's absolute all. No more, no less. That's all. Yeah. Some factors to be careful or to know. These models are not high poly. It's from the Wii U game, from the Wii game, probably. I think it's from the Wii game. I'm not sure. I downloaded 2 models. I think one of both are from PC, from a game of Disney in general, which all characters of Disney, from Disney, and the other was from Wii. I think this is from the Wii. I'm not sure, but probably which these models is low poly. I say this because the Lightyear sticker in the chest, because there are not our texture is not a mesh with a texture, with a mesh has a texture which itself is the sticker. So the mission affects also to the sticker, which it should be affected. So I think one option, but I I didn't do it, which is using the how is the name? Oh, right. I don't know the name. catcher. I don't know the name. Sorry, I can't help you. If you press the K, you can cut the mesh. You will be to this, but I don't care so much. At the end, if you think well, the light from the chest, which is big, is the green part is very big, affect to the light. Imagine the sticker was separate. It would be a separate mesh from the chest. At the end, the light, the emission light from the chest, it will be affect directly in the sticker because the sticker is a small mesh. So, in theory, which I think is in this way, the final result, it would be the same if the sticker was a separate mesh, or than right now. I think the final result, it will be the same. That's why I think and why I thought. So let me check one thing. Yeah. Let's continue. All right. One thing which for me was hard to know to do it was the dome from Buzz Lightyear, which I thought it would be very hard, but if you search in YouTube, you will finish in, like in 2 minutes or less. It's great. Make a transparent object is a mesh object is very easy. Is there the VSDF transparent node, but the point is make the dome or the glass or the wherever object you want to do it with some roughness to make it like dirty, not more dirty, but some opaque. If you for example, look the dome. The helmet, whatever you wanna call it. If you increase the let me copy. If you increase the fog, okay, that sounds weird. If you increase this light, the input value to more, for example, it will be very roughness because the principal VSDF, even the roughness it's 0, it cannot be transparent. It will be fog inside the dome. So you have to search or look for value to attach with your preference, or which in my case is 0.3 317, because if you reduce the input value, it will be like, it will be not hot or dumb, like where it goes, where does it goes? Disappear. Where does it go? Disappear, fly away. So what I did is what this way. The input value is 0. Okay, increase more. When I found it, I stop it. Easy. But it can be a headset, I don't know, a pain in the head, or pain in the ass. Well, let's I finished to talk about the multiverse because it's no more than this. Now I'm going to explain the animation process, which I am not master, which I am not very good. People who make memes, I know that made very good animations are Jun Carrey P. Now he used a mock-up suit for make the animations, but before he had the mock-up suit, he well, a few videos before, he animated an entire scene with 3 characters, which are the Bowser and Peach. For me, it's very hard, because one thing is animate some keyframes or some articulations, some fingers, add noise, etc. But Jun Carrey animate the how's the name? What's the name? Let me look for the ponytail from Bowsy. He animated. What the hell? He animated the ponytail of Bowsy, and he made like Bone the Bone. I think is the name of the property of Bone, which means when the character moves the head. For example, the ponytail, the move of the head affects the bony bone. So it's not simulation itself, but for example, if the character turn around to the right, imagine the character has a tail like Bowser. The tail turn around to the left. It's like simulation, not in itself, but something like that. So it's strange, but the point is, Jun Carrey animate so so incredible. But I am not a good animator, or at least I think I am not a good animator. I can animate a limited movements, or like PS1 character like Silent Hill 1, or Silent Hill 2, this kind of movements, animated movements, using Mixamo libraries more easily, but sometimes there are, in this case I use the reference, the flyant movement asset from Mixamo, but I animate all in. And there are other points I want to clarify, because well, anyway, because this model, I delete the armature to import Xamo and rigger it. I import it here again, and which means I have to not animate anything. But the problem is this means I lose old bones, how is it? Which the bones that are come from with this model, which are, if you can see this, which are the mouth, the eyebrows, the eyes, even the eyelids. I think they call the eyelids, yes, and even the wings. For example, you can this model is awesome because this is, I think it's a sport. I don't think this armature was made from a person who imported to cinema sources. I think it's for the game itself, because you can hide the wings like was like the toy. It's awesome. I really love this model, and I think my first thought was, right, delete the armature which came from the 3D model, import in Mixamo, and export it in VFX. Sorry, FBX, import again Blender, animate some keyframes and fix the weight painting. But this model is perfect because I not have to create the shape keys from the face, which I made from which I don't know which video I made. Yeah, the last video I used keyframes to animate was in the Cell Tears of Kingdom. I have to create shape keys, so that the shape keys, so the face I wanted, and create shape keys, which is I really hate it. I really hate, because the final result isn't perfect. Well, at least the way I did, and I do. So I prefer animate all the keyframes myself, and keep the original bones and make the process very simple. That imported an example because I lost all the bones. Just look this. It's awesome. You see the way, right? I move the wing, the bone, the wing. Okay, I move it to the right. The wing, the more inside wing, like a Matryoshka doll, which is a doll inside all the doll. I moved the bone of the wing, the inside wing moved inside the outside wing, and you can operate this. It's incredible. And which is more like this, right? And now what you can do this, and it's like like the film. Probably it's not exactly. Probably it will be like this. Wait, sorry. It will be like this. Yeah, like this, and this wing is the same. The inside wing. Sorry, and which it made. What? And you can hide the other wing. Sorry, yeah, this one, and you can hide. It will be like this, and this one is the same. I mean, well, you understand. The point is, I made this. Yeah, I made this. Another point I missed to say you is I create another yeah, I am post. I create another emission to the jetpack, which create which in the end this material doesn't affect to anything. Even it does occur maybe, but work which just doesn't seem in hours not what minutes to do this, but for me, if I do it, I keep I am calm with myself. I wanna all the material is perfect, accurate to the film. If at the end I don't need it, I don't need it. All right. What? The song finish? Oh yeah, they finish. Again. I love it. Well, as I said, if I need the materials, it's alright. But imagine at the end I need the materials and I haven't made it, or textured. So it will be more work. If I made this since beginning, I save so many hours and render again. For example, imagine I forgot to make the material, which is very important, but I think it would not. I have to render again. But if I make all the materials, I save a lot of time. You won't know what materials you need and what materials you don't need until you have all. The animation, as I said, animation. This is the timeline of animation. It's kinda simple, I think. The trajectory is it's almost the wiring from Blender to the camera, which the camera doesn't move at all, like the original clip from Adam Warlock. So the process is very simple. The first step is moving the character to the position we want. Why I watch a video yesterday, which is Adam Warlock like Lego, which is very cool, but it has, for me, I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm not professional VFX artist. I'm not professional animator. I am I'm how to say it, a self-taught. So the guy who made the video has one problem. Is the movement. The incredible thing is the guy who made the Adam Warlock Lego made the flames, the animation flame, which is awesome. It's I think I don't know how to do it, but he made a mistake, which is the movement of Adam Warlock. It's like the keyframes he insert wasn't are with easy out, which means is the movement reduce which when he approach to the position. It's like where you're running and you see someone you know and you reduce your speed to approach. You know, if you've not changed the keyframes to make it more accurate, the effect that give you is strange. It's like it's not the same. For example, it's not the same. This you can see how it approach you, how the speed. You imagine the speed, but you see, Buzz Lightyear doesn't stop. He is going direct to the wherever. But if you change these keyframes, for example, to where is the for example easy out. To for example, a line in easy out. See this. Watch this. Sorry. Well, I don't know why it doesn't affect this. You see out. Interpolation bit easier. Is out. Now what? Automatic? No. Free? Well, the point is, if you wanna make the movement, make it like it will continue to the other scene, you have to do it. Right click, handle type, vector. The point of doing this is to make the movement linear, like is like if you imagine you are running, and if someone record you, but record you all the running, when you start and when you finish, and just imagine the person who record you crop the video to cut the video in the middle of the run, and imagine if you are running in a constant speed. So this in this part, in that video, it will be this scene. Lightyear are not start running. He is not also here. He is not start to slow it down. He is constant speed. So the point is, we are, or I am. I have to make his speed linear, in vector, handle type vector. I think I explained myself. I think. Wherever. If you have doubts or questions, you can let me know in the comments or in the chat. But no one is in the chat, so no one's in the streaming, so live I am alone, so leave me in the chat. I mean in the commentaries and the comment box. So this is the first step, moving by Lightyear to the ring we want, to the final position. The next one, the aspect, well, in this case, if imagine we want to create another Buzz Lightyear scene, alright, it will be easy because just copy the position and that's it. Normally, Lightyear his arms are parallel to their head, are up. But in this case, I want to copy the Adam Warlock pose, so arms down, upper arms, like rotate in the X a little, and the arms, and the hands, more specifically the fingers, are like some are a little close, like close hand, like a punch, and the wings open, the neck rotated, also in the X the foot. There a friendly reminder. Buzz Lightyear is a toy. Well, this 3D model, because if you watch Lightyear, the movie, the animated movie, in that case it's a human, but in this case the 3D model is a toy, so we have to be careful to not broke the fantasy or broke the realistic physics of a toy. We can rotate the foot to here, but this does not have sense. So the limits are this and this. I have a Lightyear toy when I was a kid, when I watched Toy Story 1, and I have this toy, and when you rotate the feet, at least in my toy, it makes a sound like a cluck cluck cluck, like a how's the name? Like a year, you know. You move the feet, probably has an interior gear when you move hook with the teeth of year. I don't know. The point is, this is the limit. Probably it will be more down, but it's perfect. Why Lightyear has the torso two more rotated? It's not like look. It's more. Why Lightyear is like this and no more? Watch very careful. Lightyear is more like. It's not very. How is it? It's not very natural. If you travel through space like Adam Warlock, you move straight, right? But in this case, to make the accurate look from Adam Warlock in that scene, I have to do this, because if you don't do this, at least I did this way, but if you do this and put it like this way, look the legs and the feet. Wait, sorry. Okay, look the legs. It will be high. We don't know. We don't want the legs are high, because in the original clip the legs are not high. Always are visible. So sometimes in animation, which I am learning about this, you have to not be accurate to the reality, to the real life, and make the animation exaggerate, and make some stuff to make accurate, which is the creative vision. I don't know if I explain myself with this. I say a lot of this, but I wanna be clear when I explain something. Well, once I say this, I going to explain one more thing. For other thing, in the main problem with this animation, if you not change some bones or so, or add noise to the animation, it look like a PNG. I mean, it look like you move a PNG through the space, and that's all. I make it how is it? And looks unnatural. You know, it's like it looks like unprofessional. So, which I did was this. In the first half of the animation, which is before, which you let me which this this keyframe, which is in the middle of the 300 keyframes, the length of the animation is the torso is in a reset position. It's like a little rotate in the x-axis to up, to, you know, like this. It's a little, but when it's in the last keyframe, I mean, like which like is in the from the middle to the last keyframe, is the torso is more rotated to back. It's like he's rotated back to the back, you know. I mean, he's like he rotates the back to the back. So, why I did this? Because if you not change, or at least if I didn't change these bones, the back, the noise in the arms, in the legs, also in the legs, it looked like PNG. It looks like I don't know if it looks like you make a photo to Lightyear, and you move the PNG. It looks like a professional. It looks like a photo more than a 3D model. etc, etc. So if you change, you add imperfections, noise, simple movements, like Guillermo del Toro is playing in behind the scenes of Pinocchio. It's not the same because this is not stop motion, but the point is add details in the animation to make it alive. So the arms are the other movements, which is I think is sorry, this other thing. the upper arm, the panel control of the suit, it can be open also. This model is awesome. It's awesome. and the bones are very well done. Yeah, it's from the game, I assume, but it's awesome. That's not the bone I wanna show you. We see in the graphic editor. This is not the bone, so this is the bone. Yeah, modify. Okay. The object, well, this bone has 3 modifiers to make it movement irregular. Like, you are not static in real life. I mean, you always have how to say it? You have a temple, a little, like sorry, 1 second. Intentionally, you tremble a little. Your hands, your arm, even your neck, even your leg, even your foot. So I use noise to the X, the I, the Y, and the X, the C. Sorry, the X, Y, and the C. The noise change because if you it's like Wingle effect from After Effects. You have to make it the movement irregular in one X. So sorry, I'm drinking water. One second, bro, please. Alright. So, the point I was talking about. Add noise. In this arm, it's the same case. Even in the leg, you can see the leg has the same noise. And the legs, one rotated. Let me show you. It's strange. I thought one of the legs. Oh, right. Let me show you. One of the legs moves a little to the front and the other to the back, and inverse. You know. I thought I had added. Well, whatever. The point is create and add nice imperfections and natural movements, which natural movements itself are imperfection. Are like nice movements, nice to the movements. I mean, well, more things to explain you. The background, I mean the environment. The environment, this star environment, these stars in the space are procedural. See, are procedural, which is these nodes are a Voronoi texture to engage with map range, which are to add a mix node. I think not, it's a math node, which is an add, which another Voronoi, which are the little stars. These are the bigger stars. With a multiply, with a math node, which is in multiply mode, which connect a noise texture to create the regular position, I think, and that's in a strange strength input from the background. Why are not connected to the color? Because the color, if for example the color is the color of stars, alright, the blue, yeah. So if you connect to color, the final result will be this. Which you cannot change the color. Well, probably if you connect it to hue color, you will. In theory, you can change color, but I've seen this in a video tutorial on YouTube. For a guide to explain very well. You can search space star Blender tutorial and several space Blender tutorial. It will appear. This model, this scene have five lights, which are one a big one, which emulates the radial green light from the fluorescent material from the suit, from the toy, one from two, which I explained before. Which one from its wing, and because if you only what if you what yeah if you add only 3 emulate, one from the emulate the fluorescent material and wings lights, the problem is the face, because left the face darker like this. We won't we don't want this. We want the face are light, are like we won't see the face, but but the enough light to see the face of Buzz Lightyear, but not very bright, because the face must have contrast. For example, the chin are contrasts are darker, like the how is the name? Like the front of the face are darker, and the underside of the nose are darker, because the light impact affects the face to look it to create contrast, which I want, not like create a light from Lightyear to create this look if you what for example, imagine create a light directly to the face. It will be like this. But wait. Even if you reduce the specular, it will be like this. Affect all the aspect of the suit and the face. Even if you reduce the side, it's not the correct way. The correct way. The right way. So, which I did is to create 2 lights parent to the neck bone, a low strength power, which 10 which is 10, and in a color which is the same from the suit, and to create like the like it will render in cycles. The light affects reflects in the face, so I have to recreate the light like it will be rendered in cycles. So in cycles it will, the final result will be this. The light reflects in the face, to the bottom, to the top, to the bottom in the neck, to this song, to the face. So That's all. The last thing to explain is the composition. I will render the last frame. Okay. So, I'm going to display one simple thing, which is forget this because this is for the lens dirt. This is with lens distortion in very low value. If you connect directly in the composition and the viewer node, it will look like this. For me, I feel something is missing. So if we connect to the lens distortion, sorry, to the composition and the viewer, the lights, let me, all right. The stars are like in a white camera, with a white camera, which make the, or eyefish camera, you know, the stuff that are around the edge of the lens looks like are moved to the inside. I don't know if I explain myself, but so you see this sorry, let me you see these stars are moving to the center of the lens of the image, the render. So if you delete the lens distortion node, it will looks like this. The stars are static, which in reality are not static because Lightyear moves through the board, through the space we create procedure in Blender. So let me reconnect it. So now create some distortion. The lens distortion and the lens dirt and the lens wherever are in almost all the space films, even in the films are in space, because it's a imperfection that makes a film more professional, or even professional are not. It's not the word. Create a feeling that is the movie are not perfect. You know, is feels like it's recorded, or is, or even in the real life, when you see something which you are with your own eyes, you see the flare from the light lamp. I mean the light lamps. The three lamps. No, the flare, the bloom that the three lamps generates. So he is the same way. The camera always have a lens distortion, a lens tears, a lens flare. You know, it's like our own eyes. So it's a good thing. Well, if you are Blender emulate a video game, you know it's not necessary. For example, if you are emulate in Blender, I think from Super Mario, lens distortion is not an option, because Super Mario has not a lens. It's not recorded with a camera. This is if you look realistic look, for example, a movie realistic look. So the only thing I left to explain is in After Effects, which I going to explain you right now. Let me add to the scene. Second, trying Lightyear. There are two more scenes, but I'm going to play only this one for now. Probably in one more stream I'm going to play the other, which I think is not necessary, because at the end these are the same. The other scene is the same. The only difference is the camera, which are rotated in the 3D point, in the point which is is the armature from Lightyear. All right. Second. One second. All right, it's done. 1 second. Okay. Alright. Eso. This. Oh, sorry. This is the final result. So, how I made this, the lens dirt in the camera. I download a lens distortion, a lens dirt from a guy from YouTube in the Blender market, which is this and this. I have a entire rar or tip with this lens dirt. So, which I made, which the thing I made was I put the mode of the picture in what is the name in English? Overexpose color both of the pictures, and which I made. I'm going to show you is when he's approach to the camera. I make keyframes to mark the start in increasing the opacity, which I make different because it is what I explained before, the perfection. Make it different. The imperfection are the perfection, like Guillermo Toro said, and all the directors said, and artists said. All the people say the same, more the artists, because the perfect sometimes are not best. The perfect, I mean, the like for example, in this case, if the two lens dirt start in the same time, it will be weird because it not makes sense. The lens dirt seeing at the same time because there are teeth in the lens which are less bigger than the other, and are teeth in the lens that are more teeth than the other. I know if I explain myself. You can cover your camera and I don't know. And this it, and you can put a light front and record it, and you can see how there dirt that appears almost in which I mean house paints. Imagine you have a light like far from the camera. Probably the dirt which is in the lens is not very noticeable, but if you put it close to the camera, it will be more noticeable. But it will be some dirt which is more dirty. It will be more noticeable since the start, since the lens, the light are far. because depend, not all the dirt on the lens are the same, which you can see here. There are dirt is more have more opacity than the other, which is I thought when I made this. So one lens start before and the other after, so create this effect. I think I overuse this because I feel is like how explain this? I overdid it, you know. It's probably or not. It looks like weird. So, well, I wanna recreate the entire shot of Adam Warlock like more realistic possible, accurate. I mean, most accurate possible. In the original meme, let me mute. In the original meme, when Adam Warlock is more close to the camera, there are lens dirt in the camera. Other thing, I have to create a vignette, I think it's called. I think it's vignette. Vignette around the Buzz Lightyear, because in the original clip, which is darker around the Adam. Only Adam is bright. So I did the same, because in the original clip, in the original render, it looked like this. In the render I get from Blender, this is very bright, too much bright. So I create a adjustment layer, which I think is expose. Yeah, expose. And I create a mask, which the mask is also animated. The expansion of the mask increase in these three keyframes, here, here, and here. During, let me drink, please, because I am dry. During all these keyframes, I mean like 200 photograms are 200 frames are the same. I mean, it's the same expansion, but when it's in the 251 or 50 frames expanded. I made a mistake. In 200, the mask, the expression of the mask are lower. Meanwhile, in 250, increase to make it 0, and in the last frame, increase the expansion to reduce the darker around the Lightyear, making the effect that he is approaching to the camera and he's the light. He erased the darker around him. So All the rest is adjustment colors, and I added to some fog from Action VFX. No more. And even a cloud I added in the background to create the effect to is in a nebula. The nebula's behind. He left up a nebula. And the last one is like a thing I learned doing the Silent Hill 2 meme, is to create like a noise filter. A realistic noise filter is create a black solid in add mode and add noise effect and choosing the noise you want, and the last thing is add a Gaussian blur, and that's all. And this is the effect, because if you look closely in the Batman from the last year and other films, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, even the Mandalorian, for example, had noise, because the noise make it more natural. So, but the noise, it has to be enough noticeable. I don't know if I explain myself. It had to be noise, but like the dark, the contrast and saturation, it had to be a complement to the video, to the short film or whatever, series or whatever. It had to be a complement. So that's all. How to explain more? This live or stream will be 2 hours longer. 2 hours of duration. Two hours long. I explain all this myself with no one in the stream, which is kind of sad. And well, it's night, is full night in where I live. So I am in the middle of night, literally. There are 5 I am. So I understand that no one is here listening, but I will leave this live public 1 day, 2 days. I will see. I hope you understand all the points I said. Sometimes the breakdowns are not enough. The breakdowns, I mean the reels, when there are the slides and put all the elements, the video. are not enough to explain explain things about VFX stuff. So I wanna make a live. I wanna make a VFX Breakdown live. So I hope you like it. I hope you know me doubts or questions. I will answer it in the comments. And yeah, that's all. I see you in the next video, which if you are seeing this, I let you know it will be a VFX Breakdown. Not from this video, which I don't think I will make it because it's all CGI. I think the videos who I really make it a VFX Breakdown, it will be the videos which had rotoscoping, which I think has I think it has the real merit. But I think it will, I think right now I don't wanna do it the VFX breakdown of this video. So that's why I made this live stream explaining all the concepts of this video, this breakdown, live breakdown, stream breakdown. So the point is, the next video I will load is the VFX breakdown of Palpatine and Obi-Wan drive by each other. So stay tuned. I don't know when I gonna upload it. Probably the next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. I will see, or maybe Sunday, because most of you see my videos on Sunday. That's YouTube said me. I mean, show me in the graphic. So that's all. Thank you so much if you are watching this or listening me this almost 2 hours. Yep. Now I really say goodbye and see you around. Peace out.